First and foremost, Lagos is surrounded by water. It is surrounded by water, so we cannot escape it in Lagos. The only advantage the mainland has is that it has. Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I still remain Wumi Adeyemi, and we are going to be discussing where you should invest in Lagos, mainland or island. If you are thinking of investing in Lagos real estate, one of the biggest decisions you will face is either you're choosing from the mainland or on the island. Both axes has different strong advantage depending on your goals, your budget, and also your lifestyle. Acquiring property on the mainland or on the island both have similar features or similar factors in that sense, but of course, one will have a greater advantage over the other. Now, let's look at the mainland. I have some 5 factors written down that you might want to consider if you want to buy property on the mainland. Remember, I said it depends on your goals, budget, or lifestyle if you want to buy property either on the mainland or on the island. So, the number 1 point I have for the mainland is affordability. Yes, when I mean affordability, it doesn't really mean that property on the mainland is very affordable, or maybe let's say cheap in that sense, but it doesn't work that way. I mean, in comparison with the island, mainland is a bit affordable in that sense. Let's take for instance, if you want to buy property, maybe a 2-bedroom apartment on the island, and it's going for like 250 million naira. So if you come to the mainland, yes, you can still get it for like 150 million naira in that sense. That's what I mean by affordability, at least a bit cheaper if you don't want to go further down to maybe places like Aja, Chambotedo, Abidjan in that sense. Yes, but when you stop at BI, Lekki, Ikoyi, all those axes are a bit higher, yes, compared to the mainland of Ikeja, Ikeja axis, Yaba, Surulere, all those axes is affordable compared to that of the island. So that's what I mean by affordability. Then the number 2 point I have on my list here is higher rental demand. So if you want to buy property and you are looking at, okay, who is going to rent my property? Mainland hosts a large population of working class people, professional, students, and family constantly seeking for an affordable rental options. On the mainland, we have a large population of people, families, students. Yes, we have so many universities on the mainland. When we are talking of the Lagos State University, University of Lagos, and the university, we have the ones on that Badagry axis is now a university, not even a polytechnic again. And we have another one in Ikorodu. We have a private university there, the Caleb University. There's another university that is for Lagos State as well, like a technical university in that sense. We have Yaba College of Education. A whole lot of them are on the mainland. So we have higher rental demands on the mainland. Yes, higher majority are looking for a cheaper options or rental options in that sense. And when we're looking at the working class as well, we have a whole lot of offices around. We have in Ikeja, when you go to the even on Lausa axis, we have a host of offices around there that where would they live? You'll be seeking for a rental income, as in a cheaper options of rental income in that sense. So mainland has a large population of people that are really looking for options of rental income, an affordable one in that sense. So that leads to higher rental demands here on the mainland. Yes, we have it on the island as well, but here we have so much on the mainland that people are looking for rental option that is affordable. So the number 3 point I have here is proximity and accessibility to commercial hub. Yes, if you are looking to buy property in a place where there's commercial activities in that sense, yes, you can look forward to maybe places like Ikeja, Oshodi axis. We have a whole lot of people around that axis. And then if you are looking for a places where that is closer to Muritana Mohammed airport in that sense. Yes, I could see some of my clients asking me, most especially those on the diasporans. Yes, they ask for property that is closer to the airport. Yes, I don't really know why they are asking for that. Maybe proximity, accessibility, if you want to travel back because of the traffic and big log in that sense. So something like that, if you're looking at something like that, proximity and accessibility to commercial hub or to the Muritala Wame airport, yes, you can do places like mainland. You can buy property on the mainland that are closer to such places. Yes. So the number 4 point I have here is lower cost of living. Yes, when you compare the lower cost of living on the mainland to the island, yes, the one of mainland is much more cheaper. Yes, we're talking of transportation, even the commodities, the items that are around there, as in they are so cheap. Even the house rent is even a bit cheaper than that of the island. Mainland, if you're looking for a lower cost of living, yes, you can still choose mainland if you want to buy property compared to that of the island. So then the number 5 that I have on my list is less exposure to flooding parts. Yes, I need to clarify this because majority of people think it's only island, yes, that has flood everywhere. In every axis of the highland is every water. In fact, when you propose a property to some people, they will like, is it on the island or the mainland? If it's on the island, I don't want water. And first and foremost, Lagos is surrounded by water. It is surrounded by water, so we cannot escape it in Lagos. The only advantage the mainland has is that it has lesser exposure to water in that sense. So if you are looking at that, you want to buy property that you don't want flood in anywhere. Yes, there are still flood even on the mainland, but it is lesser than that of the island in that sense. Yes, the whole of Lagos is surrounded with water. Now let's look at the island property. If you are looking to buy property on the island, yes, and you are trying to consider, which should I buy, we also profile an advisory service for you as well, and this video can also help you as well. So island, the number 1 point I have for island is higher capital appreciation. Yes, on the island, especially the prime locations like Ikoyi, Lekki Phase 1, Victoria Island, they tend to appreciate faster because of the demand from the elites, in that sense, the expatriate, the business people. Yes, when you buy property on the island, it appreciates so fast, yes, than that on the mainland. So if you are looking at buying property on the island, yes, have that at the back of your mind that your property will appreciate very fast. High capital appreciation. Then my number 2 point is luxury and prestige. Yes, luxury and prestige on the island. Yes, a lot of people buy property because of the luxury lifestyle, the social lifestyle, the prestigious lifestyle. In fact, some people prefer to buy property on the island because of the caliber of people that will be their neighbor. Yes, that will be living beside them, the caliber of people that they will be seeing around them, the network of people. They do say your network determine your net worth. Who are you talking to? Who is staying beside me? Who am I relating with in that sense? That is the basic reason some people are buying property on the island. So if you are looking at prestige, you're looking at luxury, yes, go to the island. Yes, you will get it and you will connect with high net worth people in that sense. So it takes me to the number 3 that I have here, proximity to top-notch corporate offices. Yes, multinational companies, banks, high-end business people live on the island, high net worth people. Yes, in fact, all these commercial banks, most of their headquarters are on the island. You talk of Wema Bank, Union Bank, UBA, yes, Zenith Bank is in the VI. Yes, those people, you are looking at buying property around those offices. Okay, maybe you want to buy maybe a complex, or you want to buy a property around there and you want to give it out to some other companies, some other offices. In that sense, you can also look at the island because of that factor and that feature in that sense. You're looking at top-notch people, yes, top corporate offices that you can do business with. Then you can be looking at that factor and buy property on the island. Number 4 point that I have here is modern infrastructure and development. Yes, if you are looking of a standard house, yes, a modern infrastructure, advanced infrastructure, you get to the island here, you see, maybe if you have not been to the island lately, yes, go there. Even let's say starting from Aja downwards, the traffic light, in fact, they don't really need traffic light on that side. There's a way that road is carved. You don't need to wait for traffic lights in that sense. You have to just go. Whoever is turning. Whoever is going the other way is going there. Nobody is obstructing anyone when you are driving. So if you are looking for advancement in infrastructure, you go to the island. You know, a lot of things are happening on that island. New things are coming up there. New projects are coming up on the island. So if you are looking at buying property, you want to see advanced infrastructure, you want to see new things, yes, you can go to the island. In fact, it's now the new Lagos. The number 5th point I have for the factors you must consider if you must buy property on the island is strong short-term rental market. Yes, with frequent people going to the islands for vacation, for tourists, yes, short lets is perfect on that axis. Airbnb is perfect for that axis. If you want to buy property for Airbnb, you want to buy property for short let in that sense, yes, the island, short let thrive mostly on the island. You can earn daily, every day. Yes, you can earn daily with short let apartment in that sense. You have cash flow in that sense. And then I have the last one, but on the list, yes, feature mega projects on the island. Yes, if you want your property to appreciate faster, you want to buy property for a long-term investment, yes, go to the island. We have property in Efe, in Ibeju, Lekki, along Lekki Efe Express Road that you can acquire for a long-term, yes, investment in that sense. Yes, we are looking at projects coming up here. We talk about Dangote refinery that we have been yelling, we have been talking about, we have been clamoring about it. It's now in operation. Yes, and most of property around there has appreciated. And we are looking at the Lekki deep sea port. We are looking at the international airport that is coming up. Yes, the females that is coming up in Ekpe, you know, Lagos logistic hub. A lot of them that are coming up around that axis. Yes, if you want to buy property for a long-term investment and you are looking at higher appreciation, higher capital appreciation, then you can buy property for long-term investment on the island. Thank you so much for watching. If you find this video informative, educative, click the like button, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and see you in my next